Tiffany kind of started to talk about this, but like, how has your period impacted being active? And Ursula did as well. Do you find it has more of an emotional effect on you, physical or both? And then how do you manage that? So we covered it a little bit, but kind of putting active in an active lens and kind of looking through it that way. Nicole.
I would say primarily when I was younger, I was just really didn't want my period to start on the day of a race. Because then you're so distracted. Um, and now it's more like, okay, I'm gonna go take pictures of okay, bye. Sorry. And now it's more like, since I'm not like getting paid to be competitive and I did it for so long, sometimes it's just like I'm probably not gonna go run or be active unless someone asks me to. Even though I know it helps, but like the group of women that I run with here, we're so like just used to talking about all of it. And like one of my training partners, like she's gone through the last year, like some days the first day of her period, she just like throws up. And like she's not pregnant because she keeps having her period, but she'll just be on a run and be like, blah, oh my God, sorry. Like, and so I'll be like, I'll run, but I'm gonna run like this, and can we go slow? And then yeah, just being like so tired the whole time.
Yeah, I would say I'm similar. I mean, I always will probably be active no matter what day it is because like it's my decompression after work. But yeah, like the stoke level is definitely not there. So I'll squeeze myself into my bibs like a sausage and go spin on my trainer and just try to distract myself from how gross I feel. Luckily, I don't get bad cramps or anything that are going to prevent me from wanting to be active. But we ran the enchantments a few months ago, and it was in this period where I was still where my body's still been trying to figure out how to actually have a period again, and I was on this like 70-day cycle. So imagine all of those hormones building up for 70 days and sprained my ankle at the halfway point. And have any of you done the enchantments besides Jackie? It's this like 20-mile loop, and it's like 4,500 feet of elevation up, and then you lose 6,000 feet or so. And it's pretty technical. There was snow, and it's gorgeous and awesome. But I was doing it with my husband and my brother, and halfway through I sprained my ankle really badly, and so I had to hobble the whole way out still. And then some asshole jumped in our pace line during like this flat section where we were cranking at a pretty good speed, and I was like, no, not right now. I don't know you. I don't want to breathe your downstream air. Get the hell out of my pace line. And of course, my brother and my husband are like, don't be a dick. Fuck you guys. And I just stormed off and I cranked up my pace. Don't you want any water? Fuck you and your water filter. I'm getting off this mountain. So I have this sprained ankle and I'm just hobbling through the woods by myself, no clue where I'm going. I run out of water, still an hour away from the car. And then out of nowhere, my brother comes ripping around a corner and grabs me and shakes me. And I turn around and I deck him in the face. I was like, I fucking hate you. I love my brother. And we get to the end at the trailhead finally. And I burst into tears. I'm like, I just need a beer. And they're like, what is wrong with this woman? And then the next day I started my period.
And the world made sense again.
Yeah, I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm out of my
mind. Ursula, since you like kind of just started being like more active the last couple of years, what was your experience been with your period?
I still work really hard to stick to my routine, even when I don't feel like it, because I always feel better once I move, but I'm not pushing my body in the same way that I know a runner or cyclist might. But again, I'm just learning now to give myself permission to be a little bit slow, or just being aware of how my body feels and giving myself permission to that I might not have the same, I guess, output as normal or whatnot. But usually, even just by acknowledging that, I can work through this hump and still perform like to what my norm is. I think it's just a goal for me is as I get more aware of my body is how to really, really take advantage of those 5 days that we get where we are like super women. So that is I don't have an answer to that yet, but I hope to have an answer to that in the future of how to really maximize those good days and know that they're coming. And not and recognize them as good days. Yeah, I think I don't see that they're good days until they've already passed. Of like, oh, I was feeling really good that week. So if I can start to kind of predict what week that is, I really hope to maximize those and make those good goal setting days, and just know that other days are more recovery days or light days or whatnot. But nothing specific. But again, I'm not doing really high endurance things at this time.
As well as anyone, as I was listening, I get like that period gassy, need to poop all the time. Like I always feel like I have to like have a bowel movement, take a dump, however you want to phrase it. And so it's always even more so for me around my period. And so I've been like running, just got myself up, do my jog, and then it's like, ooh, like, do I have to poop? I don't think I do, but I'm on my period. It's like, is the blood flowing more? So like what's happening down there? And you're running. And I'm like, but did I have an accident on myself? I don't think I did, but so kind of feeling like I have no control over my bowel movement. So that did happen one time, but luckily I read early in the morning, there's no one around. But I think that's so I feel that way sometimes when I'm on my period and
Are
run.
you even a real runner if you haven't shit in the woods?
Right.
Well, I don't do the woods, but I do the streets. So I mean, maybe I shit in the street, literally. And I was like, oh, and I've got like another mile to go before I go home. And Lily had like a, sagging. Yeah, oh my God, I gotta get home with all of this between my legs. So that was fun, but that's like a one-time thing. That's it.
At least 2 college friends have washed now. Is it? Emily pooped in the trash can outside the library because she couldn't make it back to the field house. And then 2 other people who like had to like bust into a bathroom, like someone was trying to get into the union and all the doors were locked, and she was like, I have to get in, and like there people saw her like pulling in the door, and she had to like wash her underwear.
Yeah.
Somebody washed their underwear in the toilet and was like keep flushing it, or like just be like with no shorts on, like in the main part trying to wash it out under the faucet. Like, ugh. And those are probably all period poops. Like,
yeah, no, it's very true.
But no one talks about that though, right? So again, you feel like you're alone, and I'm like, it's 5 a.m. I just shit on myself. No one's here. I'm in the street. Can't knock on anyone's door. Can't go in someone's yard. I mean, like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, God.
The other thing is that opens you up to feeling like you can pee in anywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have a much easier time peeing outside with my husband standing right there than absolutely not. He cannot watch me pee in our own house. But if we're mountain biking, oh hey honey.
Yeah, exactly. I guess okay, so mine is similar to Tiffany's, I feel like, and like Nicole's, where I don't want to start my period the day of a race because I know it's just going to be bad. Like it's not going to be terrible, but like like you're going to the bathroom and like, do I have everything out? Like it feels like you don't. So like you're in that situation, and I think it's just, I don't know, I haven't really like had, other than dragging, like any awareness of it. Like I remember one time, Nicole, when we were in college, when Emily had her period during a race and Coach Strength told her that she would run better because she was on her period, and then she like came running up to us
Yeah.
and like told the whole group, and we're like, he just told you that to like have you race, not like worry about
Well,
racing.